Right, it's Wayne from Damage Undone. This is take like number 300, but we're going to just go for it. That's my cock up on it. So I've got Magnus here, who's a really good sport, because by now I'd be getting fed up with myself trying to do this. And what we're going to talk about is the UV lights that they've got on the market. You've seen me use the Hedson UV Spot Cure, which I'm absolutely loving, and it's just working a treat in my workshop. You know, most of the times I just go and pick up that lamp for the bigger jobs and for the smaller jobs. So if you haven't seen it, check out my other videos on it. But let's take you over to Magnus from Sweden, from Hedson's IRT, who's going to give us a little bit more information about their new lamps. Magnus, we've got 3 lamps here. Rather than me always telling you guys about them, and I've got Magnus who's come over from Sweden, and I really appreciate him giving us this time, do you want to just maybe give me a little bit more information about them?
Yeah.
So if we look at your new rechargeable unit,
yeah,
it's the 395 unit.
Yeah. It's if you compare it with the other version we have, the cord version, it's a little bit smaller area, drying area,
right.
But it's made for spot repair actually.
So we're looking at about what, sort of 16 centimeters squared, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So that's quite a decent size. If you're working as a smart repairer out there on the road, you know, that's going to pretty much get your area. It doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck to 16 centimeters. It means that that's how it's designed. So what you would then do is, you've just informed me, and it's quite a good method because I've never thought about it, but now Magnus telling me about it, is if you worked on ever increasing circles, so you focus on one section primarily, and then as you start curing it, work your way out in a sort of circular motion, getting larger and larger, you're going to secure the outer areas, and that is a really good tip, and I appreciate that because that's something that I'm going to implement into my repairs today as well. So I've not seen this, I've not used it. A little bit of information that you've just told me. It comes with 2 batteries, that's correct?
Yes.
What could you give me a little bit of information and my followers some information about the batteries?
Yeah. On this one is 18 volt and the LED is 12. So we are always measuring, so we have the 12 volt. That means that we have 100% of curing capacity all the time. When we don't have it, we just shut it down actually.
Okay.
So it's very safe.
And the charger's a rapid charger.
Yeah.
So as soon as you run out of power on this one, you can just swap over batteries and within no time you could use it. But the likelihood of that ever happening is nil. Having used this sort of technology, you're always going to have time to recharge or have a second battery available for you. Now, Magnus, coming on to the one that I've been using for probably, I don't know, Chris is behind the camera. Chris, how long have I been using this?
About 5 months, I think.
So 5 months we've been using this. It is a wired unit. It's the most powerful unit I've had and used. I smile when I talk about it because it just is brilliant. I cannot talk highly enough about it. It's had, well, I have the Tesla Cure and that made a huge impact on my business, but this has just taken it up again to another level. It could be used as a mobile unit in a workshop, out in the van, because it's the base it's worked on. You just plug it in and keep it secure, and then you've got the nice long lead. Or you can have it, as I do in my workshop, I have it in a cupboard, just switch it on when I need it and take it to the job. Magnus, let's hear what you have to say about this.
Yeah, it's red. No. Yeah, compared with the battery version, this is slightly bigger area actually. It's around 20 centimeter, I will say, on a static drive.
Yeah. And that's working at what, about 10 centimeters away from panel?
Yeah, it's always 10 centimeter or closer, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Because the UV radiation, I mean, if you back off a little bit, you maybe get half of the power when you are on, say, 20 centimeters.
That's right, and that's something to bear in mind, because I've seen some guys with other makes actually on a stand trying to cure a panel, and they've got their UV light quite far away from the panel. By doing this, yes, you're getting a larger sort of look of the light on the panel, but what you're actually doing is you're weakening the strength of the UV radiation that's going onto the panel. So these lamps need to work at a closer radius. I would say, Magnus says 10 centimeters. In my experience, I sort of work 10 to 20 centimeters maximum. Do not go any further than that because you're just going to be there for ages.
Yeah, that's correct.
Anything else about that you personally like?
Everything.
Everything. I know I can understand that statement because like I said earlier, it just makes me smile. It's just such a nice little piece of kit, and whereas this is designed more for spot repairs, you could, if you want, and it works in your budget, you can push it out and do slightly larger repairs. But if you're going to be doing things like a door or a larger half a bumper corner, you want to be looking at the UV spot kit.
Yeah.
Great, Magnus. Really quickly, I don't want to confuse you too much on this, but just give us a little bit. It looks exactly the same, but there is a slight difference between these two lamps.
Yeah.
What is that difference?
It's the wavelength. On this one is 365.
And this one is 395.
And the most common, like the filler or whatever you have today, it's 395 actually.
Yeah. So most of you guys out there that are working with the primers that you've seen me use, the Glazreds, the Sickens, and there's also the Octrals coming out with the UV primer soon. You're going to be looking at something that works between 380 to 395, and that's where you want to be looking at.
Yeah.
The 365, we don't want to confuse you too much about it. Hold on, that's my phone, that's unprofessional. Right, let's kill that. But the 365 is for technology that is coming out, so it's definitely one to watch. We got so carried away talking about the different lamps on offer, and the new IRT lamp, Smart Cure, that we actually missed one of the biggest features about this lamp, which I'm going to hand you back over to Magnus to talk about. Just put our glasses on because we need to do that.
Yeah. Comes with a timer, so you have good control of your drying time. It's even so you can see the status of the battery.
So there you go. So this is one of those things that it's easy. I'll take these off. It's much easier and better for you when you're out there. Instead of trying to watch your watch, you've actually got a timer that you can help understand how long you're going to cure. And with a lamp like this, you're looking at sort of about a 15-second cure, would you say, for the 16 centimeters by 16 centimeters. So rapid, but still a timer is really helpful when using the lamp. I really appreciate Hedson stopping in to see me. Thank you, Magnus.
Yeah, thank you.